Hello, good morning. My name is Azuena Gutierrez, and today I would like to talk about COVID-19, how COVID-19 are affecting students. According to Aristotle Alexander, how COVID-19 pandemic affect students' lives globally and in the United States, published in August 2020, the impact for COVID-19 in students is being affected in different ways. Firstly, involving their mental health because they were often in their house and taking class online, affecting enormous. Many students present anxiety and depression due to being without socializing. Today, I want to talk about how COVID-19 impacts students in school in different ways. In this pandemic, many students have to change how they learn and about the classroom and remote the classes at home. COVID-19 are affecting their physical health. Students are behind in their learning. Since they are studying in their home, many times they do not have adequate help because sometimes parents doesn't know how can help them. According with Alexander, pandemic cause has radically transformed the lives in just a few months of masses of people around the globe, including students. And then the number of learning required to stay at home due to the closure of their educational institution, all grade level reached a peak of 1.598 billion from 194 countries. He said that apart from the devastating health consequences for those directly affected by the virus, pandemic holds significant implications for higher education students' life and work, affecting their physical and mental well-being in profound ways. He said the students' primarily raised concern about their future professional career and study issues during the lockdown and were mainly bored, anxious, and frustrated. They also changed their hygienic behavior, such as wearing masks and washing hands, and daily routine like leaving home and shaking hands. While the role of both hospital and university appeared to be positive, government and banks did not meet the students' expectations during the pandemic. The problems the students face in home is the noise around the home, an inadequate place to study, that they don't have friends to socialize, they suffer from stress, frustration, and depression. For the other hand, the schools keep empty for a few months because everybody had to be in home taking classes. So this is how the school looks, empty. Students have to wear a mask all the time while being in school. Now that they have to back to classes, everybody have to wear a mask, especially the kids. According to Yuri Terada, her article COVID-19 impacts on students' academic and mental well-being, published in June 2020, the pandemic has spoiled inequality in America. School closure and social isolation have affected all students, particularly those living in poverty. Students involved in learning and mental health crises are emerging as many have lost access, access to school service. No matter what form school takes when the new year begins, whenever students and teachers are back in the school building together or still at home, teachers will face a pressing issue. So how to help a student deal with COVID-19? So during the pandemic, doctor recommended kids and adults do 30 minutes of physical activity to keep the body and the mind more positive and more healthy. How can they help students recover and stay on track through the year, even as their lives are likely to continue disrupted by the pandemic? Teresa explained how coronavirus will undermine months of academic gains, leaving many students behind. The student authors projected students will start the new school year with an average of 66% of the learning gains in reading and 44% of the learning gains in math relative to the project for a typical school year. So those points help students to be more positive, so they can focus on things they can control, such as thoughts and behavior. Keep the big picture in mind that everybody will back to normal. Remember that the size of news coverage may not equal the size of the threat. And let wisdom and logging guide you. Control how often you check the latest news. Model peaceful behavior for those around you. Evaluate your own health behavior and be a model for others. Failing to insulate, maintain digital connection with people if you feel alone. Keep in mind that this pandemic will finish soon. Be positive, ask for help when you need it. Don't feel alone, try to do your best. So students will face many problems after COVID-19. They will need mental health support and effort in their studies when they return to normal. But will it be possible back to normal? The school has to support those students that will need extra support academically and psychologically. Students have to try to do the best they can and work hard to take care of their mental health. They are not alone, and many people are around them to help. Ask for help from their family, from your family, from your friends, from your doctor. We are here to help you. Thank you.